Wagwan. It's the Black Professor. You already know how I'm coming, nigga. On me. Listen, it ain't even about punching the screen today. You feel me? You feel me? But listen. I want to talk about pointing the blame again. You know what I mean? Again, it's still your fault, son. It's still your fault, son. So look, man. This is why this is I'm gonna just speak on it because I don't even really have no title on what I'm about to say, but it's just emotion, bro. It's just what I feel right now. So we must really pay attention to how we treat people. We must really pay attention to how we interact with people, places and things actually, because all of that matters. We must realize that every time that we go into a public place and we interact, energy is being exchanged. You know what I mean? You gotta realize that, bro. And if you don't peep that shit, you could be really fucked up. You could really be in a fucked up situation. You could really be having somebody in your life that don't need to be there. You could really attract yourself to certain things that you don't need to be attracted to. And it's all because of how you see your world. You know, when you see someone, when you see something, you automatically start thinking, your automatic thoughts be kind of like if you don't sit back and kind of process what's going on in your head mentally, physically, and spiritually, because all three can be saying different things totally. Your spirit could be giving you little headaches. It could be giving you it can make you not be able to speak as much. Your throat chakra could get blocked. You feel me? um a lot of things can happen, like, to make you, like, just feelings, as far, just your intuition could be tripping, like your stomach start hurting, your intuition telling you like, nah, this ain't it, whatever, but that all your spirit could be telling you all that. You feel me? Your mental could be telling you a whole bunch of shit, like, oh, she looked like somebody. I remember back when I used to like shorties like that. You feel me? She looked like something I used to like, or some shit that I like right now. You feel me? She just looked like she good. You feel me? I'm saying she because I'm a dude, but he or she, they look good. They look like they doing, yeah. And then you could also have little things like, okay, I seen that type of person before. I know how they be acting. I ain't about to fuck with that. You know what I mean? But you gotta realize that some things are just triggers, you feel me? And trauma, you feel me? Your past really affects who you are today, and it affects how you perceive your world. Like, you could really be out here doing everybody crazy and you won't even know because you're not taking that time in to look at yourself. You're looking at the other person without viewing yourself. And then on top, you looking at the other person, but then not, but you're just caring about yourself. Like, you look at the other person and then only care about yourself. Like, that ain't, you really gotta look within yourself and see what that person is doing to you that you do to yourself, bro. Everybody's a reflection of yourself. So you can't just point the blame at everybody, like everybody doing you crazy, because at one point in time you looked at them like that's what you wanted. You know what I mean? Um, I started thinking about some other shit. Because when I broke down the physical, spiritual, and mental, I don't think I broke down the physical, but I did. But I just ain't mention it. But anyways, I ain't mentioned that I broke it down. But anyways, you just gotta realize that, bro. You gotta have that conversation with your masculine, your feminine, your shadow, your angel, your inner child. You feel me? Because it's very important to know what you're looking at. It's very important to decipher these energies before you start dealing with them and letting them into your life. Because you could end up fucking yourself over in the end, bro. That's how you get into these relationships and it be all good in the beginning and then it start to go bad after a while because for one, that love, that rose colored glasses, that love filter, that shit starts to come off. Them rose colored glasses where you think everything fine and dandy until you start to see who that person really is. You know what I mean? And they continuously show you who they are. You know what I mean? But in the beginning, you didn't realize it because you was just tripping over, oh, this is something I used to like, or you was lusting over it, or, whatever the case may be. It wasn't genuinely for the fact that they are who they are completely. You just like them for what they could do for you in a moment. And that's where you fuck up. You know what I mean? So pay attention to the energy that's being presented to you. Pay attention to the energy that you are presenting because every action has a reaction. You can't you can't choose how somebody gonna react, but you can choose how you gonna act. You know what I mean? And when you act, you can see how it affects your environment, your immediate surroundings, or whatever you're interacting with. You will see that. And if you have a connection with spirit, you will be able to tell if it was a good thing that happened or a bad thing that happened. Good and bad is in the eye of the beholder, but if you have a connection with spirit, spirit knows righteousness. Spirit is good for the overall. Like the most high see what's good for the overall. You know what I mean? Like when you tap into with the most high, you tap in with yourself, the masculine, the feminine, the inner angel, inner child, inner shadow. When you put all of those together in balance, God, you feel me? You gotta tap in with yourself, bro. So you can be able to be the best version of yourself around others. Be the best version of yourself in public places. So you will be able to attract who is for you. Because you can't attract who is for you if you're not being, you can't attract who is going to be for your growth if you're not being yourself. Actually, you still will because even though you can attract people you're always going to attract people that's for your growth. Because you're only attracting what's in your life that's on your mind. So if you don't like what's on your mind, then you're gonna it's gonna show up in your physical because your physical, mental, and spiritual all gotta be in balance. Like if it's showing up in your spiritual, it's gonna show up in your physical. You feel me? That's just how it goes. You know what I mean? And it's like once it show up in your physical, if you don't like what you're seeing, everybody your reflection anyways. But if you don't like what you're seeing, that's something within yourself that you need to deal with. And if you already dealt with that internally, you need to stop dealing with it physically. Because if you didn't deal with it physically, you ain't deal with it internally. You feel me? Because if you did, you wouldn't even allow that shit into your aura field anymore. You know what I mean? So people only come into your life to show you what's on your mind, bro. You feel me? It's your choice to choose if you want to deal with it or not. But it's your choice to choose how you gonna act. But you can't choose how people gonna react. That's something that you just gotta accept, and deal accordingly with. You know what I mean? And deal with that shit accordingly, my nigga. Like deal with that shit because if you don't, that shit gonna keep getting crazier and crazier, bro. Crazier and crazier till you learn your lesson, bro. Until you do what you need to do to deal with that physically, internally, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Until you get the lesson, you will keep dealing with that type of person because what you gonna do? You gonna keep allowing that shit into your aura field. You're gonna keep allowing that shit to be that person or that type of person to be a part of your life. You're gonna keep doing that because you're not realizing that you don't need to be like around that person. You know what I mean? And the energy that you exude will attract the people that come around you. Pretty much. If you stop dealing with fuck shit, ain't no fuck shit gonna be in your aura field. Ain't no fuck shit gonna be around you. Everybody gonna know you don't deal with fuck shit, so they ain't gonna bring fuck shit to you. You know? It's all in about what you choose to do. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind, man. I'm out. On me.